Well, on the 9th of February back in 2020, President Cyril Ramaphosa's private game farm, Phala Phala in Limpopo, is broken into. A huge amount of foreign currency is stolen. And 2 years later, in June of 2022, former spy boss, that's Arthur Fraser, files criminal charges against President Cyril Ramaphosa. Well, Fraser, in his affidavit, reveals for the first time that a robbery had taken place back in February of 2020 and says $4 million had been stolen from the farm. Well, of course, in a sworn affidavit, Fraser reveals the following names as the suspects: Erki Chikongo, Emanuela David, Petrus Muhekeni, and Urbanus Shwambwako, and Petrus Afrikaner. Well, he further details how the robbery took place with the help of a domestic worker at the farm who discovered the undeclared currency. Now, Fraser also reveals that the head of the Presidential Protection Unit, that's Wally Rood, after being alerted to the robbery, proceeded to conduct an off-the-books investigation, which then stretched across the border into Namibia. We now bring in our report in Cape Town, our reporter eNCA's Ayesha Ismail, and she joins me now, of course, just to, of course, look back into this particular case at Phala Phala. And Ayesha, very warm good morning to you. Let's start with this now. I mean, what is the link between the Western Cape and the suspects?
So, Tumelo, investigations led to the Western Cape. Now, the suspects named in Arthur Fraser's affidavit reveals the names of the people that were found in the Western Cape. What we do also know from those investigations is that the money was exchanged in the Western Cape. Properties were bought here, as well as cars were bought in this province, and it was paid for cash. So it's interesting, though, that it was only revealed 2 years after the robbery took place in Arthur Fraser's affidavit that there was, in fact, a robbery that took place at President Ramaphosa's Phala Phala private farm. What's interesting is, and you asked the question here, what is the link? Well, what happened was that in 2020, November 2020, a Namibian national by the name of Urbanus Shwambwako was arrested here in Cape Town. He was arrested for allegedly being in possession of 12 illegal firearms. Shwambwako then makes multiple appearances in the Cape Town Magistrates Court, as well as later in the Cape Town Regional Court, on charges relating to the illegal guns. It is only 2 years later, when Arthur Fraser goes to file these charges against the president, that Urbanus's name is revealed in his affidavit. Once Urbanus then made another appearance, we then came to court to find out what the link is between Urbanus Shwambwako and Phala Phala. But this is what Eric Ntabazalila from the NPA had to say to us last year when we asked him about the link between Urbanus Shwambwako and the robbery that took place at Phala Phala.
The case is not linked to Phala Phala at all, nothing at all. What we hear for is an illegal possession of firearms and negligent driving. The person was found with 12 guns in his vehicle.
Now, also, Ayesha, I understand that you've been in contact with Shwambwako's lawyers. You've spoken to them before. I mean, what did they say about this link between their client and Phala Phala?
On the 27th of June, the senior members from the Hawks flew down from Pretoria. They went to see my client at Paulsmoor with the investigating officer in this matter, the firearm matter, to ask him questions about the disappearance or some incidents that occurred at the Phala Phala farm. And he was shown the statement of Arthur Fraser and asked his opinion on whether it is accurate, and if not, if he could fill in the blanks.
And we've heard from the lawyer. Ayesha, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much for bringing us this report. eNCA senior reporter Ayesha Ismail.